All right. 25 are causes such at least as concern criminal matters are generally defended by the plea of not guilty, for in charges of extortion of money, which are the most important, the facts are almost all to be denied, and in those of bribery to procure offices it is seldom in our power to distinguish munificence and liberality from corruption and criminal largesse. In accusations of stabbing or poisoning or embezzlement of the public money, we necessarily deny the charge. On trials, therefore, the first kind of causes is that which arises from dispute as to the fact. In deliberations, the discussion generally springs from a question as to what is to be done, rarely about anything present or already done. But oftentimes the question is not whether a thing is a fact or not, but of what nature it is. And when the counsel Caius Carbo, in my hearing, defended the cause of I can't say that word, Opimius, Opimius before the people, he denied no circumstance in the death of Caius Gracchus, but maintained that it was a lawful act for the good of his country. Or, as when Publius Africanus replied to the same Carbo, the tribune of the people engaging in political affairs with very difficult views and asking a question about the death of Tiberius Gracchus, that he seemed to have been lawfully put to death. But everything may be asserted to have been done lawfully, which is of such a kind that it may be said that it ought to have been done, or was properly and necessarily done, or done unawares or by accident. Then the question what a thing should be called arises whether there is a dispute by what term an act should be designated, as was the great point of dispute between myself and our friend Sulpicius in Norbanus's cause. For though I admitted most of the charges made by him on the other side, I still denied that treason had been committed by Norbanus, on the signification of which word by the Appian law the whole cause depended. And in this species of causes, some lay it down as a rule that both parties should define clearly and briefly the term that gives rise to the question. This seems to me extremely peril, for it is quite a different thing from defining words when any dispute arises among the learned about matters relating to science, as when it is inquired what is an art, what is a law, what is a state, on which occasions reason and learning direct that the whole force of the thing which you define should be expressed in such a manner that there be nothing omitted or superfluous. But this neither Sulpicius, no, but this neither Sulpicius did in that cause, nor did I attempt to do it, for each of us to the best of our abilities enlarged with the utmost copiousness of language upon what it was to commit treason, since in the first place a definition, if one word is objectionable, or may be added or taken away, is often wrested out of our hands, and in the next the very practice itself savors of school learning and almost puerile exercise. And besides, it cannot penetrate into the mind and understanding of the judge, for it glides off before it has made any impression. 26. But in that but in that kind of causes in which it is disputed of what nature anything is, the contest often arises from the interpretation of writing, when there can be no controversy but about something that is doubtful. For even the case in which the written letter differs from the intention involves a species of doubt, which is cleared up when the words which are wanting are supplied. In such addition being made, it is maintained that the intention of the writing was clear, and if any doubt arises from contradictory writings, it is not a new kind of controversy that arises, but a cause of the former sort is doubled. But a cause of the former sort is doubled, and this can either never be determined or must be so determined that by supplying the missing words, the writing which we defend, whichsoever of the two it is, may be rendered complete. Thus, of those causes which arise from the controversy about a writing, when anything is expressed ambiguously, there exists but one kind. But as there are many sorts of ambiguities, which they who are called logicians seem to me to understand better than other men, while those of our profession, who ought to know them full as well, seem to be ignorant of them, so that is the most frequent in occurrence, either in discourse or writing, when a question arises from a word or words being left out. They make another mistake when they distinguish this kind of causes, which consist in the interpretation of writing, from those in which it is disputed on what nature a thing is. For there is nowhere so much dispute respecting the exact nature of a thing as in regard to writing, which is totally separated from controversy concerning fact. There are in all, therefore, three sorts of matters which may possibly fall under doubt and discussion: what is now done, what has been done, or what is to be done; what the nature of a thing is, or how it should be designated. For as to the question which some Greeks add, whether a thing be rightly done, it is wholly included in the inquiry what the nature of the thing is.